to be sharing my October TBR. Whether you're into dark fantasy, a thriller, or something a little more cozy, I have some great options for you. So let's dive right into today's video. So I have quite the stack of physical books that I want to get through, but I also have a couple of digital copies as well. So let's go through the digital copies first. So the first book on my TBR is actually a book that I am borrowing from the library app called Libby. If you don't know about Libby, you should definitely sign up. Yeah, so I am going to be reading Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I'm going to be reading that on my iPad this month. I love reading books from the library on my iPad because you can change the font to Open Dyslexia, and the Open Dyslexia font makes it so that I can read so fast. Like, I'm talking at lightning speed. So I'm really excited to read that book because I have been putting it off and putting it off. Like, every time they tried to deliver the book to me, I'm like, oh no, delay, because it just wasn't spooky vibes yet. Now that it's October, this is the perfect time for a serial killer thriller book, and I can't wait. It's going to be dark, it's going to be twisty, and it's going to be perfect for October. So perfect for spooky season. So I'm really excited to read that book. The next book on my digital TBR is X-Hex by Erin Sterling. I am actually going to be listening to this as an audiobook this month, so wish me luck. If I find that the audio is cringy, I won't be reading it, so I will keep you posted on that, but I am borrowing the audiobook through Hoopla, which is another library app that you can download books from. I think you can borrow from Hoopla up to 21 days, and Hoopla also has movies and TV shows and I think magazines and stuff that you can download as well if that's something that you're interested in. I added the X-Hex because I've heard great things about it. I also think it's going to be like a lighter, cozy read. It's a witchy, fun, and lighthearted read about a witch whose spells go wrong. I think the X-Hex is going to be the perfect book for when I need a break from some of my darker books that I'm going to be reading this month. Okay, so the first book on my physical TBR is also our book club pick for the month of October, and I'm really excited to start One Dark Window. I think it's going to be so perfect and so spooky. So if you have not joined book club, I will leave a link and a discount code below. It's completely free to join, but if you wanted to buy a book through the app, you get a $5 discount code when you sign up with my link. So make sure you join. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig is going to be a dark fantasy with a gothic vibe. There's going to be magic, there's going to be a forbidden romance, and it's going to be in an eerie atmosphere. This is exactly what we need for October. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is my priority. If I only read one book this month, which I'm hoping I can read more than one book, but if I only read one book this month, it's going to be this. Next up on my TBR is The Hemlock Queen by Hannah Witten, and I actually already started this book, I think last month, and then I just never got around to finishing the book. It's really good. It's the sequel to The Foxglove King, which I really enjoyed, and that was a gothic, dark fantasy, political intrigue. I remember that starting this one I really liked the first one, and I have really liked what I've read so far. With my schedule, there were other books I needed to read, and I just ended up putting this one away. I'm so excited to pick back up on this one because this one is witchy, it's dark, it's gothic, there's a love triangle, it's hot, okay? Can't wait to keep reading this one. Next up, I have The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Clarissa Broadbent. This is a fantasy with vampires, and literally what is more spooky October vibes than vampires? There are power struggles, a fierce female main character. I haven't read a book with vampires in literally ages, so I'm so excited to get into this series. I know there is a sequel out, and then I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or how many books are going to be in this. Hopefully I like it, because then I have a new series that I get to dive right into. Okay, up next we have A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers, and I actually started this book back in, I want to say April or May, but I never actually finished the book. I think I only got like 33 pages in or something, and so I am going to reread this for fall. This is a psychological thriller with a female serial killer, and it has a really dark sense of humor. I know it's going to be intense because the few pages that I did read of it were extremely intense, so I'm very, very excited. This is definitely going to be an intense, dark read, and it's actually, I do remember it being a bit unsettling as well, so I think it's perfect for October. So spooky. So I'm really excited to restart this book because I really didn't give it a chance when I first started it. It just wasn't the right season, you know? Sometimes it has to be, the vibes have to be correct. And then if you are actually in my book club, you would know that we read Caraval back in August, I want to say. That was the first book in this series. This is the second Caraval novel. It's titled Legendary, and this is by Stephanie Garber. I loved the first book in the series. I thought it was so magical, and it just felt like a really fun YA read, and so I'm really excited to bring the carnival vibes back to October. This book in the series does follow a different character than the first book, so I'm really liking her journey so far. As you can see, I have gotten quite a ways away through it. I took a pause for a few weeks so I could catch up on some of my other book club reading stuff. I'm very behind on books. I've been in like such a slump. Yeah, so I'm really excited to keep reading the series. I will keep you posted when I finish this because this is really good so far. Okay, the last book on my TBR is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and it feels like literally everybody except me has read this book by this point. I mean, it's like October 2024, so like literally everyone and their mother has read it. My mother has read it, and she was like, she read it last month. She was like, how have you not read this book? It's amazing. She doesn't even read fantasy. I was like, you like that book? I have it at home. She finished the second one too, so she's going to be first in line for the release of the third book when it comes out, I think in January. So very excited to dive into this, and I do hope that I can get through this month. We'll see. I have a very big TBR ahead of me, and it's a little daunting, but I'll read the shit out of any book, so it's a task I'm willing to accept. And that is my that's my October TBR. Whether I am cozied up with a physical book or sneaking in some pages on my iPad, I know it's going to be a really exciting month for reading. Let me know in the comments what books are on your October TBR. Definitely let me know if you've read or if you plan on reading any of the books on my list. As always, make sure to like and subscribe for more bookish content. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!